Hello everyone, welcome back. We've been gone for a long time. It's almost been a month, in fact. This is episode 7 of the Tower of Babble podcast. We got the whole crew here again. Dan, Jeremy, Julian. Kind of disorganized this week a little because we've been out for so long. I was on vacation for a couple weeks. Dan's been...
What do you mean vacation?
I was at Clear Lake.
Oh.
I just had a bunch of family stuff going on.
And Jeremy's been working and broke his phone, so he's pretty much been MIA, can't get a hold of him. But that's okay, we're back. I've seen Pacific Rim since then, which I was pretty excited about before.
Nope.
Daniel's the only one who wasn't excited about it. But
yeah, you got more excited about it.
I did not.
I
did not once. Not once did I get
But
excited.
Did you like Power Rangers when you were a kid?
I did.
This is a giant... This is an adult Power Rangers
movie. I didn't really think about Power Rangers, actually. That's a good analogy for it.
Do you think that is?
Yeah.
What
that was the most exciting part when they got
the Zords, man.
I don't know, man.
It's.
I watched
Yes.
Power Rangers for the personal drama between the...
The great...
A lot of good dialogue.
Didn't they have like an anniversary?
They did. They had the 20th anniversary, and they had like the Green Ranger came back and stuff.
My nephew's still watching.
He was like a UFC fighter, apparently.
He's a UFC fighter, the Green Ranger?
Now, but like that's what he does,
Former,
like MMA or something like that.
Didn't know that.
He used Green Ranger.
Yeah, I don't think he does it anymore. Like,
Oh,
he's probably old.
okay.
I think he's like 40 years old.
Yeah. He was the longest running Power Ranger for like that whole era. He stuck around
What's
after.
his name in the show?
Tommy.
Tommy. And
Tommy
Jason,
the Green Ranger. He's also
Jason
White
was the
Ranger.
red?
Jason was red.
Yeah, he was done after the first season though.
Yeah.
They have a new one now, right now.
There's always new Power
Power
Rangers.
Rangers Samurai.
No.
Did it?
I don't know. That's an older
Jungle
one.
Force.
No, it's the 20th anniversary one now. There's it's an anniversary series or something.
Yeah.
Fucking know.
And, like they changed up the colors to like different races. Like it's not like
Not like the black guy is black.
The black guy's actually Indian.
something like that.
But yeah, this isn't the Power Rangers podcast, although it should be.
That's a good idea.
I guess we can start with some Marvel news.
Some news.
Wait, do you want to jump right in?
Let's jump right in. Vin
Let's
Diesel.
dive right in, actually.
I know, it's another good one. I use that sometimes. Vin Diesel had a meeting with Marvel.
Like a month ago.
No,
Just
like
kidding.
a week ago.
For what?
He doesn't say.
They just want to have a meeting with him.
Yeah, he had a meeting.
But then wasn't there that photo of like Ant-Man behind him or something?
He had a stupid picture.
I don't know if that was like
Here, I'll show you the
Photoshop
picture.
photo.
No. He's standing. This is a picture of him standing at Marvel Studios. And there's a stupid head, and there in the background is Ant-Man and
Like,
Thor.
who else would he be out of those people, right?
Well, maybe
if he was one of those people.
How funny it would be if he was voicing Rocket Raccoon.
That's not even Ant-Man, though. That's Giant Man.
Yeah, well, Giant Man in it is Ant-Man.
And they could switch it up, but they are making an Ant-Man movie, so they probably want him to progress to Giant Man eventually.
Well, they haven't cast for Ant-Man yet, so maybe
I can't see Vin Diesel.
No, but he could be.
No, he's not a scientist.
He could be.
Not in real life.
He's not like... You're right, yeah, he can't. He doesn't have the credentials.
He can play a scientist, but
I don't know if he could play
we can't picture him that because that's not his
because we've
usual
seen
role.
him. Yeah, I guess maybe, but I don't know if he's Ant-Man either.
He's okay. So people were speculating online that he could be Rocket Raccoon, the voice of Rocket Raccoon, because he did the voice for that Iron Giant back in the day.
Yeah, give Rocket Raccoon kind of like a
raspy, like
deep, like a bigger than what it looks like.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Or
they wanted Adam Sandler and Jim Carrey at one point too.
To do maybe like Groot
or one of those two.
Yeah, one of the ones that don't speak.
To make it funny.
Yeah. Or maybe as Power Man. Can you see him as a Power Man? That'd be pretty cool.
Obviously.
Yeah. I think that would be like a Heroes for Hire movie would be pretty cool.
And he's a pretty big star now, like a resurgence in his
career.
He's kind of old though.
He's old. He's like 41.
He's a little wrinkly in this picture.
You saw the latest Fast and Furious, so he probably look pretty.
Yeah, big. I mean, he look like I don't know. He hasn't aged that much, visually anyway. And who would have thought that Fast and Furious by the 5th movie would have made him like resurged his career? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't have thought that.
And now he's doing another Pitch Black.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to do another Triple X at one point.
I don't think
we really need another Triple X.
Who else was Triple X?
He's basically doing a
Ice
sequel.
Cube.
He's doing a sequel to like every one of his like major roles. So
he's gonna do one for was it Pacifier?
No,
that's
not gonna happen.
No, the Disney movie. Yeah. No, I don't think he's gonna do another like his.
Is that confirmed though?
The roles that he liked You've been trying to get like the new Riddick movie off the ground, and finally
that one
happened.
for sure.
And
it's coming soon too, I think.
Yeah.
And Wolverine's coming out.
Yeah, next week, at the end of Comic-Con, which are we gonna next week? We want to talk about whatever happened from Comic-Con.
I think
yeah.
That's what we talk about, right?
It's what we do, but I mean, we missed a whole month, so I mean, who knows? What else did Marvel news did they have? Guardians of the Galaxy, the villains that were being speculated as, if I get this up here, did the Collector and Ronan the Accuser and
sounds so lame.
Ronan the Accuser? Yeah. I don't know who the Speculator is. But, the Collector.
Speculator?
No, the Collector. The Speculator.
As we're speculating.
He buys houses and sells them on the market. No, I don't know. But there's some girl. I just can't find her in here somewhere. Nebula? Nebula, a spice bait. Like, she's like a sexy blue alien.
Are they casting Benicio del Toro or someone, too? Could be Thanos, or possibly. Did you ever hear
Benicio del Toro? No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on.
He might be
a rumor has popped out that Benicio del Toro, Lee Pace, and Karen Gillian are playing in the upcoming sci-fi movie. According to a solid source at Den of Geek, del Toro will play the Collector, an ancient being with knowledge of Thanos. Pace will play Ronan the Accuser, an old Fantastic Four villain, and a member of alien race, the Kree, and Gillian will play Nebula, a brutal space pirate and mercenary. But they just want her because she's good looking.
I guess it doesn't really matter who plays Thanos, because...
He's not going to see his face anyway, he's just a voice actor. But that's fine, I mean, you can probably...
Which should be Vin Diesel, actually.
You think... Well, that was another...
That'd be a sick voice for Thanos.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have, like, that face or whatever isn't important. It could be anyone, really.
They can mold it a bit to look like the...
Kind of like they did with Hulk.
Yeah,
yeah.
It looks like
wonderful. Yeah, same idea. That'd be sweet, actually,
I think that's mostly it for Marvel movie news. Usually there's at least something. I mean, we've got 2 stuff this week. When we were doing it before, there was like 10 things every week. There'd be some sort of new news. And
I think Ant-Man script is done, too.
Yeah, they did say that it's been finalized, whatever that means.
Or first draft or whatever.
No, I mean, the first draft was probably done a long time ago.
Or like the main draft, I don't know if it's finalized.
Well, because he's been trying to get it off. He's been trying to make that movie for so long.
Well, it's like, it's going to get made. It's not like he's trying to get them to pick it up or whatever.
No. But like that script has been floating around for a while. This is just the final, like, this is the movie they're going to make.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to announce 2 new movies for, like, the next phase.
3 or whatever.
At Comic-Con.
Is Doctor Strange like official too, or is that?
Well, it's not official, but that's probably going to be an announcement.
They said they really wanted to make.
Oh, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's being rumored as who they want for Doctor Strange.
I don't know about that one, but
I imagine someone older.
Well, I've never read Doctor Strange, but just from what it looked like, he looks like a more mature, older.
Yeah, I thought it'd be someone older as well. But I mean, Gordon-Levitt's a great actor.
Yeah,
so
he is. He
could pull off the whole Fu Manchu or whatever.
He doesn't have a Fu Manchu.
He has like a long mustache.
He's got like a goatee.
Kind of.
Yeah,
it's just
a
goatee.
Longer. It looks like kind of like a Fu Manchu.
It's not quite that extreme.
I don't know. Maybe one artist rendition.
I would love to see someone send in a picture of Joseph Gordon-Levitt with a Fu Manchu. That'd be hilarious. DC stuff, there isn't really anything now that Man of Steel's been out. That people are talking about getting the next. We talked about this already, but getting the next one out for next year. But I don't think that's going to happen. We haven't heard anything else yet, so probably not. Netflix might pick up another Arrested Development.
They are now. I thought they said they were done.
It's rumored that they might pick up another season of Arrested Development.
How many shows were there?
Sorry?
How many episodes were there? Sorry.
And I think like 14 or something like that.
12.
And they all came out at once?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's how Netflix does
I pretty
their
much
stuff.
watched them all in 2 days.
I was busy.
Quinto, who plays
Spock
in the new Star Treks, says they want to start.
Name.
Zachary Quinto.
Oh, it's his last name.
Yeah,
it's his first name.
Zachary is his first name. They're gonna start shooting by next year, so they probably. But they don't have a director, so. I mean, JJ said he wanted to stay on, but let's be honest. You can't do both. You can't do Star Trek and Star Wars.
He's doing both.
Well, he did them already, but now he's doing Stars. You can't flip back and forth. Pick one. What else? That's not. Anyway, I saw Pacific Rim. You guys haven't seen it. I really.
But you can talk about it because there's no way you can ruin that movie.
You're not. Well, no, there's not. Okay, yeah. Here's the.
Did they cancel the apocalypse?
Yeah. Actually, well, yeah. There's the thing.
You like Charlie Hunnam?
There's nothing. No, he was terrible.
Why?
He wasn't good, man.
How is he not good?
He's like. I could just. I don't. It's hard to describe. Like he's just the worst.
What do you mean?
He's a terrible actor.
I disagree with that. He has like 5 seasons of Sons of Anarchy, and everybody loves that guy.
Yeah, well, he's not good in this movie. Right. The only good actors in the film are
Idris Elba
and thank you, and there's the nerdy guy.
Didn't Idris Elba talk about Thor 3 or something? About
Thor 3?
I don't know. I saw some news about him talking about his character Heimdall or whatever.
I don't know. I just remember him being a badass in Thor. Thor 2 comes out at the end of this year, and they're gonna have more stuff at Comic-Con, so I'm excited about that. That and
there's gonna be a lot more news
Cap
next
2.
week.
Yeah, well, that's true.
So you all pretty much forgot about Iron Man 3 at this point.
Yeah, I forgot about it. It was a good movie.
Well, I mean,
what do you want to say? Would you want to talk about it again?
No, I'll talk about it again.
7th time.
I'm just saying, I don't think it was as good as everyone thought it was.
Well, it's funny that
it was pretty damn good.
I liked it, but I didn't like it as much as Iron Man 1, and I didn't like it as much as.
I think the biggest thing with that is it was a pleasant surprise. Like I wasn't expecting it to be horrible. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was.
Well, here's the thing. I'm glad I didn't like it too much because Iron Man 4 is either not going to happen or not going to have.
It's probably not going to happen because he signed up for Avengers 2 and 3.
Yeah,
those are finalized. So who cares?
So I mean, the Iron Man 4 is probably not going to happen for a long time.
I'd rather have him in the trilogy of Avengers.
Yeah, which is fine. Okay,
and that's what we have.
And so we're gonna have other movies come out in that other time. Probably Black Panther, right? We want to see a Black Panther movie.
Which what Stan Lee said, like in an interview that's coming.
Well, he said he kind of let it slip that's probably But I mean, let's be honest. He's Stan Lee. He probably has a couple people telling him things that are.
Yeah, he's a little old too. So.
He's also 90. But yeah, I think we all want to see a Black Panther movie. What else do they have? Ant-Man, obviously already announced. They're going to have, already talked about Doctor Strange, and who else could they do? Well, I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out. We know.
Who else could they do? We mentioned a Heroes for Hire movie. That would be something for the future.
Namor.
Oh, no. Namor. Like the Submariner.
If you want me to name more. They could do a Namor movie. That'd be cool. Well, that would be that good actually. But they could do it just so they could.
But who's gonna do it? Because he's a mutant, right? Like, so he has to.
Technically, I think they have the rights to Namor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
played by Michael Phelps.
I'm pretty sure Fassbender.
He's an X-Man more than an Avenger. Like, he's never really.
Yeah, I guess, but you could say the same thing about Scarlet Witch.
No, because they're more so Avengers than anything.
What? No.
Yeah, they were never X-Men.
They can change that shit up.
But they were
Namor. I don't know. It was different. He had a whole thing with Captain America back in like World War II era, but he was never an Avenger.
Yeah, but he has his own comic though. He's just on his own. So
yeah, they might have. They might have
just take that and put him in the Avengers.
We obviously don't know because this is super complicated. They have Daredevil back. What if they did another Daredevil, Dan?
I would love to see another Daredevil movie done right, but it's probably not going to happen for a while.
It will happen.
Speaking of things done right, they had Wolverine and the guys from Spider-Man came out and talked about. Well, not came out, but in the interview.
You can't say Wolverine yet because the last Wolverine movie sucked dick.
No.
And this one has...
No, but I'm talking about...
What did they come out and say? I don't understand.
No, you didn't even finish. that, like, he really wants to see Wolverine in Avengers movie.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman said that, yeah.
You're like, Wolverine and Spider-Man came out and said...
Wolverine and Spider-Man came out. They're real.
Man, I can't wait for Days of Future Past, though. I just watched First Class again.
Yeah, it's a good movie, right?
That whole training montage, you remember? Where they're all like training and kind of jumps back and forth. In the end, one is Magneto like turning that satellite.
No,
do you remember that?
No,
yeah. You don't remember? How do you not remember? That's like the most emotional part of the movie.
He can't do it, and then
Xavier goes into his mind and unlocks like a happy memory of him and his mom
lighting the candles, or whatever. What's it called?
The
Jew
Jewish
candles.
Jesus.
Menorah.
It's powerful. No.
Yeah.
We gotta skip this.
Anyway, whatever. We're not racist. Speaking of Days of Future Past, there's a rumor that they might do an X-Force.
Really
they might. No. They might.
X-Force.
They might do an X-Force movie after, like right after
cool.
the next will be the next movie in X-Force. But
Get
the
some cool
original
mutants for
X-Force... What?
Get some, like, really cool mutants in that one.
Like who?
I don't know, it's cooler
Cable?
ones, like Archangel or something.
Oh, Archangel would be cool. You're right.
You need to establish Angel before you do Archangel.
Archangel's already established. He's already
fuck that movie.
What did he do in the last one? He just flew away?
Yeah, he just flew away. He rescued his dad and then flew away.
Did he really? No, he didn't.
He took...
he came back and put on a suit, I think.
I think he might have died.
No. He flew
He
the
came
fuck
back
away.
and put on a suit.
He took his dad and flew away.
In the last X-Men? In X-Men 3,
Yes. He rescued his dad and
off the island.
He's gone. He's not in the movie anymore.
Remember the promo like photos? He had like the leather suit and everything, but he never
wore it on. He had no shirt for most of the
He's
movie.
a good actor too.
Sure.
Do you remember who played him?
Ben or something.
Benjamin.
It's like Ben or Peter or some shit.
But yeah, they could do Archangel. That'd be pretty sweet. The original X-Force was stuff like set in like in the future with Cable and he was.
And Wolverine's an X-Force, right? No?
Yeah, well, he'll probably be like the leader.
They all wear like black clothes.
But
right?
you would if you're gonna do an X-Force now, you'd probably want Wolverine in it, just because how sweet is that X-Force costume?
You do an X-Men, you want Wolverine all the time, basically.
Yeah. Well, if you're Marvel, you put Wolverine in every comic.
Yeah, but First Class didn't have him. He had a cameo, but
yeah, no, he was technically in it though.
Yeah, no, it's a cameo.
Archangel would be cool. Warpath, Domino, like
Warpath is already going to be in Days of Future Past.
Oh yeah.
They already had him cast.
What does he do again?
What?
Does he do again?
He has a weird kind of power set. It's like he's like super strength and all that kind of crap, and like
invulnerability. Is it the earthquake guy or whatever?
Sorry?
Is it the earthquake?
No. But he's like super accurate with like throwing shit.
He's like Bullseye?
Kind of, but like in terms of like not just throwing shit, but like just like physical. Like he's.
Isn't he the one who like broke Angel's wings or whatever? Him and someone else in the comics.
Broke his wings or broke his metal wings?
They broke his wings, like, the regular wings. Like they stabbed him. They stabbed him and another guy. Like stabbed his wings, and that's how he became.
It sounds like something he'd do. Yeah, he likes to stab shit.
But as
he was Angel, got his wings stabbed in the actual in canon.
Okay.
And then he went and did the program to get.
Oh, that's right. He wanted his wings back, so that's why he went to Apocalypse.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, that makes sense.
So that they could throw that in there. I'm assuming Apocalypse is going to be like a huge reveal.
That'd be awesome.
This one. You could do an Age of Apocalypse whole like series, trilogy.
What the heck is Tyrion playing in this movie?
He's playing the guy who invents the...
but they could just be
what are those giant robots called, Dan?
Oh,
Sentinels?
The Sentinels. He's the guy who invents the Sentinels.
Like Trask?
Yeah. But then they showed a picture of him. He's got the mustache like Pug or whatever his name is.
Puck?
Puck, sorry.
Bolivar Trask is who he's playing. Which is
it just sounds like a made up name. Like they always
Bolivar?
It's Oliver with a B. Recently they put a name for him, but then when you watch the movie, it's like a different.
Oh,
it's like
a pseudonym. Like it's not. Oh, like they said who.
Gordon Levitt was.
Yeah, and like different people. Yeah, that's right.
And Miranda Tate.
Yeah.
You know, just make up a name and then they get a reveal later.
I guess, but I don't think that's what the case is because they have him wearing like.
I just don't understand why he's got that mustache thing.
But, I don't know, because him being a midget isn't funny enough. So no. But yeah, so he invented the Sentinels, which do the Sentinels make Nimrod, or does Nimrod make more Sentinels? I'm not clear on
Nimrod
that.
comes later. The Sentinels don't make him though, but like.
I wasn't sure if it wasn't like a.
In Days of Future Past, it's like the Sentinels basically take over and they're killing everybody. But Nimrod comes much later. I don't know if I think he's
something to do with the Sentinels. I wasn't sure if it was like a case of AI becoming self-aware and then like.
But no, like Master Mold is what creates the Sentinels, right? And then later on Nimrod comes, but he's connected, but it's not like they create him as such. All I know is I know of anyways.
All I know is I want to go back and watch those X-Men cartoons from the 90s.
I already did.
Well, I did that
recently on DVD.
Like a year ago, or 2 years ago, but I could do it again. They're all on Netflix now, I think.
Yeah.
Did they still have like the same like quality as like?
Yeah, just a square box and then
that's some
lame quality.
Is comics, Jeremy? You've been reading anything? No, Dan, you haven't been reading that. So I read a couple weeks ago. Batman Superman came out. I really liked that. It's weird like how all these like you have, for instance, you have Justice League, and you have Batman Superman and Superman Unbound, which came out. Superman Unbound 2 Unchained came out. Unbound is
the movie. The little animated movie.
Yeah, Superman Unchained is 2 just came out this week, and it has also has Batman in it. So like their relationship is like being played out in like 3 different comics. Superman Batman takes place when they first start meeting each other, but it kind of jumps through time because like if Justice League #1 takes place 5 years after like they all appear, like this all that stuff had to be condensed. It's
that's not really that important though.
I don't know, like, that kind of stuff to me is more important.
Yeah, I know, but you just know that Batman is like the relationship how
it's building. It's kind of
apparently
cool.
You get like each what they're thinking or whatever. Like
they get,
every now and then they're judging each other. Or like, whatever.
So you have there's this one page that it's like split. It's kind of like when you do you take up
it's a comparison. He's thinking this. He's thinking that.
You do it like take a half image and you flip it so you have a full one, but it's like an exact copy on the both sides. It's like that except it's Batman and Superman. And it's kind of like they're talking about each other and like. They don't know who each other are. It's like
that's cool.
That's kind of cool,
yeah. And then it gets confusing later in the end, but it turns out apparently that they get transported to Earth 2, and then that's like they're all confused, and then that's how it ends. But I wasn't sure what was going on either, so we'll see what happens. Superman Unchained, I haven't finished reading #2 yet, but
first one's pretty good.
Yeah, the art's still amazing.
There's like a big photo poster in the first one.
Yeah. Did you get the printed print version? Trinity War is also this week.
Is it its own book or is it
it's in the book? It's through Superman or through Justice League,
Justice League America,
and Justice League Dark.
And then the first 3 covers are like they can go together.
Yeah. I also read Pandora #1, which is supposed to be a prologue. Not really much of a prologue. It just kind of tells her story, kind of really quickly. It goes like through time.
Main part, like she's like in the middle of that whole poster.
Yeah. Right? Well, apparently she was in every issue of the #1 of the New 52, which I didn't know.
She's hidden in all of them,
like in the backgrounds and stuff.
She's one of the reasons from like Flashpoint to New 52.
Yeah.
She's one of the reasons why it happened. I think something like that.
Speaking of Flashpoint, do you see? You guys seen any of the new clips from the Flashpoint
Paradox?
Yeah,
that's the one I saw.
That one came out. It is really sweet. I don't know if you read Flashpoint. It's from that part where they're standing on like the Gotham rooftops, and you guys see like the like Wayne
Casino,
like Wayne Casino in the background, and the like talking to Cyborg and having like a 3D like holographic meeting with all the other
guys.
Yeah, it's really cool. And they have like
it's gonna be epic. That comic round's sick.
So
mystery.
What I want to know is if they're gonna if this Flashpoint Paradox is going to start movies in the New 52 movie. Like, that would be cool.
As well.
But, I mean, there hasn't really been that much stuff. I mean, but it would allow you to keep up with what's going on, I guess, a little bit quicker. But
I don't know, like, because, like, at the end, like, you get a different version of every character right now. Like, Batman's not Bruce Wayne. And then the end of it, there's, like, one scene with Batman and Flash in the New 52, right?
Yeah.
So how does that, like, to everyone else...
That first scene...
How does that to everyone else mean this is a new age, New 52?
Well, I guess you wouldn't have to tell them that, but you would just start telling New 52 stories.
Yeah, but, like, I don't know.
Maybe you would do, like,
I don't know, I feel like
it's just not that clear to people. It's just, now we have a Flash movie. Because they, you know what I mean? Like,
I guess. But you could do, like, a Night of the Owls movie.
To us,
but it doesn't really make a difference.
I don't know.
Because that Batman's timeline hasn't really changed. It would be just confusing for people who...
How was Zero Year? Haven't even read it.
It's good. There's only been 2 so far, but Batman hasn't really showed up really in either of the episodes of the series. Greg Capullo did a interview with Kevin Smith, and they were talking about his how he does his art and stuff. It's a good.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. So you guys should listen to that. He also does Batman on Batman was like he did one by himself.
He read the book.
And he read...
I listened to it.
Just JLA-14 from...
He just reads every bubble? Like, he just...
No, he kind of, like, narrates, like, what's going on. He's like, this is happening, and this is what he says.
Die-hard comic fan.
Well, I actually ended up reading that episode, or that comic right before I listened to that. Like,
JLA-14 or something like that?
Yeah, I read Rock of Ages. Grant Morrison.
Okay. I have that in hardcover.
Rock of Ages?
Just like the JLA... #1, JLA #2, and JLA #3, like the books.
Oh, okay, like his...
I guess it's full run, I don't know if it's all of them, but
okay. Yeah. It's good. It's the epitome of, if you listen to Grant Morrison talk about how he writes Batman, he talks about him as the Bat God or whatever, he knows everything all the time. It's the epitome of that. At one point in Rock of Ages, he because Darkseid, he has his like little minions, right? He has like Granny Goodness and Desaid or whatever is Desaad, who's like only thing is to torture people. Like he's the master at torturing people, like psychologically and physically and all that kind of stuff. Like he talks about how like it's how do you torture a shapeshifter, because they're talking about Martian Manhunter, right? So he put him inside of a atom, like an accelerator, what are those things? A proton accelerator.
Okay.
And smashed each individual atom in his body to kill him.
Who did this?
Desaad, one of Darkseid's minions.
Okay,
so anyways, you find... Anyway, I'm getting there. So they, at one point, everyone assumes Batman's dead because he was captured by Desaad, him and Martian Manhunter. And so the rest of like this ragtag group of Justice League members get to like break into where he is. And turns out that Batman, a year earlier, actually... after being tortured for like 3 years or 4 years by Desaad, it was a battle of wits and I won. He beat Desaad by like just like outlasting him, and then convinced him to turn himself into a robot, and then like he's like he was being Desaad, like trying to trick Darkseid the whole time, but he's like literally like covered in scars. And then like one of the people says like he's shaking. He's like, Batman is shaking. They feel like they didn't understand. Like it was the craziest thing. And then at one point like they get close enough to Darkseid that like he does something. I can't remember exactly what.
Wait a second. He was tortured a long time ago.
He was tortured for like 4 years by Desaad.
And when he got out of the torturing, Desaad wasn't actually Desaad. It was a robot.
He convinced Desaad to.
Like he was just talking to him.
And he decided to turn himself into a robot.
To download himself into like a granny box.
So then later on, when Desaad was torturing Martian Manhunter,
No, that was before.
Okay.
And then they get close enough to Darkseid that they have to like defeat him. The way that they kill him is by like they shooting the atom through his shield, because light can go through it or whatever, and he goes to like
he shrinks down to
to light size or whatever, and then goes through and then like blows his brain up from the inside. And then like he's talking to Batman. He's like, "You little man, you're so small and insignificant, but you managed to hurt me, and I respect that," or whatever. And then it blows up, and this whole universe that they're like this alternate timeline is like unwritten and then rewritten without Darkseid in it. But then because they went back in time, none of that actually happened. It's very confusing. It's very comic booky, but. It's
Grant Morrison likes to write that kind of shit.
But it's really, really good. So I would recommend reading it. Do you want to talk about Last of Us ending? We all beat it. We didn't talk about the ending last time.
We didn't talk about anything about it.
Yeah. Well, we were only halfway through.
Or whatever.
Yeah, we just talked about the first little bit.
Yeah. So the ending. Did you like the ending? Were you a little like thrown off by it?
No, I get it. I understand it. I wasn't expecting it.
No.
But it does make sense.
What were you expecting to understand? Like just the last scene?
Yeah, the last scene.
Just the choices that he made and stuff like that.
Okay.
Well, like the whole.
I don't know. I didn't think it was a twist or anything. I just thought it was. That's his decision.
I don't know if I would necessarily call it a twist, but it's definitely not like a.
Well, it's a twist in terms of like maybe he's a bad guy kind of a thing.
Well, it turns out.
But the whole it's not really about him being a bad guy or a good guy. It's just.
No, it's about
him being selfish. Yeah, like
selfish,
doing it for his own. Like, but like we're trying to. Because he loves the girl, whatever. Like,
but you're kind of shown to believe that the cure might not actually happen. So, and you know Ellie, you don't want her to die.
Yeah, but I think
you know what's going to be the right decision to get her out of there. Like that's.
Well, are you led to believe that the cure might not happen?
You're led to believe that
it might not happen. Like it's not a 100% guaranteed chance.
Yeah, but it's also the best shot.
And you play as this person. You live like 14 hours, whatever the campaign is with this person. So let's just let her die. Like that could happen.
Here's the thing, though.
It's shown to say, let's get her out of here. Let's get her to escape and save her. That's what you want to do.
Sure, but that's not what I wanted to do. When I got to the part where there's the doctors at the table and he's got like the little scalpel, I wanted to let it. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it.
You're in the room with him.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it the whole time. I'm like, I don't want to do this. The whole time I was going to the hotel.
No,
the hospital.
I've heard people that they don't want to shoot those people. Whatever. You don't have to. I think you can punch the first one.
You have to kill the first one.
Yeah. And then the other two can live.
I didn't kill
the first two and then I let.
I killed them all. I was trying to be Joel in the moment. Like he was like a beast in that moment. He was ferocious. So
I don't know. I didn't want to do it.
I can understand if you want if you want her to die and whatever.
It's not that I didn't want her to die. I wanted them to figure out, solve this problem.
Yeah, you want there to be a concise ending. There really
no, but it's also you don't get to just choose everything. It's also a story that you're playing through.
I get that.
So they put you in that moment, and that's what you wanted to do, but too bad. You had to make a choice.
I get it. I still did it, but I mean, I stood there. I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, how do I not do this? I left the room and came back, and they were still standing there.
How did you not, man? You, went through so much shit to get to her.
Yeah, I know. I get that. But
so
the whole story, the whole time
you're
going on.
What did you want to do, though?
I wanted them to see if they could find a cure. I wanted to know.
But he's going in there to make.
Yeah, I didn't want to do any of that stuff.
But you didn't though.
I had to because there's no other option.
Yeah, but you didn't feel any emotion. Like, man, I gotta get to her, man.
Well, I felt emotion by saying I was sad that she was gonna die, but I'd already come to terms that was probably what's gonna happen.
That sucks for you.
Well, yeah. Well, anyway, when you reach the ending and he lies to her face, and
yeah, but he lies, whatever. But you get a sense that she's almost kind of sees it.
She's complicit.
And she's
in it.
You know what? Okay, she's all right, we're in this together. I know what you want. We're gonna be she's always talks about people leaving her and dying or whatever, but now she knows it's for real. It's true. They're gonna stick it out.
For how long? But
Well, you never know. But they did it for that long, right? So, they're professional survivors, basically.
Yeah, I mean thing is though they went back to his brother's town, and there's a whole town being. You look down, you can see a whole town. Yeah. So it's
they're safe there, but you don't know if there's gonna be sequels. I don't really want there to be a sequel. I don't think it's that.
I would be interested to see in what kind of more stories in that universe.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a sequel; it'd be just different people.
But I also do want to because these characters are so real to me and so cool.
I don't think they. I don't think they need to touch it. Leave it alone.
No, they don't. But when I beat the game, I couldn't stop thinking about the game. I thought about it every day. Since.
Mm-hmm. No, I remember texting Daniel and saying I telling him about it, and I'm I think that what Joel did was wrong, and I was I didn't agree with it, and I think that every single person in this game is insane. I think there's not a single person.
Well,
that's what's gonna happen. That's what happens.
Why wouldn't you be insane?
No, I think that there's literally no way you could live in that world without losing your mind. I think there's not a single person at any point in the game that was living. Well, I guess who are the closest to that? To living a normal, sane life was Joel and his brother. Joel's brother, who was married and was trying to get electricity back. Those are the only people. Everyone else was fucked up in some way. And Joel, after living for so long in that world, I think was equally as fucked up.
Yeah,
and it just affected him in a different way.
Through Ellie, though, he kind of changed a bit. It was a role reversal with those two.
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
I think by the end he was just as fucked up.
He was protecting her, and then she started protecting him. And then through it, he at one point he didn't care about her.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Then he realized that she does mean something to him, and she is worth fighting for, and he wants her in her life.
Little victories.
And then through the end, he decides no, I'm not letting her die because there's not a 100% guaranteed chance. Yeah, it's a little bit fucked up in his mind. He's kind of like a villain in that sense, but me playing it and playing as him, it's I wanted that to happen. I wanted him to save her. Well, even though he does come off pretty insane, but how couldn't you be? He's killed how many thousands of people?
Yeah,
lived that life for 20
You always
years.
get reminded that when for instance when you're playing as Ellie and when you first start playing as Ellie after the horse dies or whatever, right?
Which is an amazing scene.
Yeah, that's a great scene.
I was on edge the whole time, in the winter, whatever, the bow and arrow.
That was
fun. I was I would have been fine if that was the end of the game. If I killed the deer or whatever, I would have been fine.
Man, that took how long did it take you to kill that deer? It took me a long time.
It's three arrows.
Yeah, no, but I kept on scaring it away. I had to keep going back.
And then Nolan North. That was Nolan North.
By the way, didn't know that until the end of the game.
I knew it.
Jesus.
Because I saw one thing was he's in it, and then when I heard the voice, I kind of heard a little tinge of Nolan North in it, just a little bit. And that character was brilliant. You thought it was evil at first.
Yeah.
Then you thought he was a good guy.
And then he was evil again.
And it turns out he's even more evil than you first thought.
That story he tells about a guy saying no guys, whatever, and they never came back. You just realized all those guys you're killing
he was the guy in charge. That was what I was getting to when you were playing as Ellie, and she's well, she's the girl who was with that old man. He's well, never mind that, I'm gonna kill her. Because it's how fucked up you have to be to kill A, to kill a little girl, B,
well, everyone's fucked up like you said.
That I don't know. That game was just
that was
weird.
a mini kind of ending. It wasn't it was in a kind of an end game boss type of thing almost. When the whole David story.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was
it was cool.
It felt almost separate from.
But you knew it wasn't going to be the end of the game.
No.
But it was really cool, midway, hardships they had to go through. So. Everything about that game, man, is insane.
There's I haven't played any of the multiplayer, but we're just talking about the single player anyway.
Like just walking around in like the landscapes, like the university, we see the giraffes, you see the monkeys. It's crazy.
You don't see the giraffes at the university.
Or I think it's a bit after that. I guess it's actually towards the end of the game.
Yeah, it's right before that underpass.
Yeah.
The monkeys though, I thought that would be more of like more
video gamey. But
but it turns out
I thought that was cool that it wasn't.
Did you listen to like all the like the little tapes about the monkeys or whatever?
Yeah, I listened to all the tapes. I read pretty much all the notes. Like the whole Ish story is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
He had the underground school and the boat.
Yeah, and then like you get to the end and it's like, don't go in here.
Yeah,
you're like, I really like that part after Pittsburgh when they went in the sewers. People were saying, well, there's DLC coming, story DLC. People were speculating that it might be Ish's story.
Or it could be Henry and...
I wouldn't want them. I don't really like them as characters. Well, I didn't really care for them. I wouldn't want to play as them.
It's just more the same, like, Survivor people.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, just different perspective.
Yeah.
It's like...
I want more, though, to play.
Yeah. Here's the thing. There's going to be another one. It made too much money for them to not make another one. The Laster of Us.
Well, it can't be called The Last of Us.
The absolute Last of Us.
I don't think it can be called Last of Us anymore.
I think you could call it that, because it's not like...
Because it's already long.
Those
like,
two
guys... but The Last of Us, like... I don't know, it's a word, like a decimation or something.
Some random adjective.
It just ruins it. Like, you can't do Last of Us 2, like... But man, just the adventure of traveling across the states and like the landscapes and the attention to detail, I was like sucked in the whole time.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, Do you guys think that he was dead when he fell off that horse, and you guys woke up and you like?
I thought he was dead when he got impaled at the school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like he falls off the horse after getting impaled, and then the next scene is winter, and
yeah.
And then like I was actually fine with him being dead, and like I knew at some point they're gonna go back to it because she's just out there in the wilderness hunting.
Yeah.
There's going to be something brought up about Joel, and then when she says she wants medicine, it's like, okay, he's probably alive.
Mm-hmm.
So I was relieved. Like,
yeah, that's
I would
when
be fine if he was dead, just because it was so powerful. Like
the whole time I was like, fuck. I was like, this is bullshit. I was like, oh my, I can't believe they fucking killed him.
And then when she said medicine, I was like, oh man, that's awesome. He's still alive. There's a chance. So yeah.
Too good. And then you went back and played Uncharted 3, or you weren't playing any of the...
I'm just playing because I played the multiplayer. It's so hard because like there's only 2 modes. Like Survivors and something else. Survivors is like if you die, then you're out for the whole game. So you got to be really like stealthy. Like you got to hide. Like it's really intense.
What's that?
Very rewarding.
What was that? That shooter for the PlayStation? It was like SOCOM. SOCOM had multiplayer mode.
Well, yeah, there's always modes where you die, then you're out like hardcore.
Yeah, but that was like their main mode. Was like you had like
that's the
five,
best, that's
two
the best
clips
one.
And like that, and if you got killed, you're done.
That's the best one because if you are like it's 4 against 4, and if you're like the last one, like you can take out the rest of the team because like you can be that stealthy, but it's really really hard. And then I was playing it, and I was like, man, it wasn't my thing. Like, I just didn't enjoy it that much, so I popped in Uncharted 3. So much like
the multiplayer.
So much fun.
Oh, the multiplayer is so much fun.
I was like, I don't know why we stopped playing it. Like,
well, we used to play a little bit. We
Uncharted 2 we played a lot.
We played more Uncharted 2 than 3.
And then 3 came out. We did the campaign, and then we just kind of moved on to the next game because like Arkham City came out.
We played a little bit like at the airport and stuff like that.
I really want to go back.
Yeah, the beta was awesome. The airport and the chateau. I went to level 25 in that beta.
I would love to go back and play Uncharted 3 again from beginning to the end.
No, I think it's still really good. I like 2 and 3 are kind of tied to me. Like I still like them both. Mm-hmm. 2 obviously experienced first, so that's why I think I like it better. But 3 was more movie-like to me, and like the whole flashback to young Drake was like
it was insane,
magical to me.
Are you talking about 3? You're still talking about 3?
Yeah.
I've said it before that Uncharted 2 made me buy a PlayStation 3, and it's arguably my favorite game.
People are buying PlayStation 3 is because of The Last of Us.
Yeah. And
Last of Us is in my top 3 games of all time now too. Like hands down.
Man,
I think about it too much. I listen to the soundtrack for like.
That's so good. The guitar is so good.
Yeah.
It's like I just remember you first press start and that guitar plays like because it's such a long loading screen, the first loading screen or whatever, and you're just sitting there like, man, this is really good music.
Even the opening credits, like it looks like a movie, and then the main song's going, and the graphics too are like Uncharted 3 is amazing. This is like perfect.
Well, it's like a next gen game.
Like
on
when
a
you're
we
have a next gen game now. Like when you're walking through certain scenes and you stop, it kind of like some things look photorealistic to me. Like I don't know if you guys noticed that. Like
like I was talking about when we talked about last time with like the lightning and stuff. Those small details are what sells me, and it's like so good. Then there's like small other things that pull me out, like when you like look at the grass or whatever, just like a painting of grass with like a couple blades sticking.
Yeah, that's just sometimes.
But like, which is fine.
But like just the detail, man. Like there was like a deflated basketball I noticed at one point, like just in like the corner somewhere, like things like that, like just blow my mind.
You don't think that you would just think, man, deflated basketballs. That's what I want. That's to me. That's next gen.
But then all that together makes the world that much more real.
Yeah. What's the next big game? It's July now, so the big games are in November.
Well, we have
Arkham Origins.
Getting pretty good.
Is that November as well?
I think it's this fall. October.
You know what's right. It's right by my birthday.
We have new systems launching, so that's the big game.
Battlefield's on that time too, eh?
So Battlefield comes out before the next gen consoles, but then is also a launch game for the next gen consoles.
Yeah, so we're all gonna get
basically everything is. So I'm probably not gonna buy anything this gen.
Well, I'm gonna buy Arkham. Arkham's not next gen game.
It's not
No. So it's not on the next gen consoles. So you can buy. I'm gonna buy Arkham. That's my last.
Are you sure about this?
Positive. I'm gonna.
100%
comes out like a couple weeks before the system.
I'm positive.
Sworn I saw it.
I'm 100% positive.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then I will buy that one.
Well, it's kind of like what happened with God of War. Like God of War came out like a couple weeks before.
And there's gonna be a box set release for all 3 games.
Yeah, probably. But I won't buy it.
They have the Metal Gear Solid box set. I think just came out. I haven't bought it yet though.
Yeah.
Deadpool came out too. Actually, kind of want to play it.
I heard mixed things.
Yeah, but it looks fun. Like just over the top. You like it, obviously. It's your guys' humor.
Why are you always mean when you say that?
You guys would laugh.
Like you have some sort of like highbrow.
Absolutely would laugh.
Yeah, so I don't think you should play it.
Yeah,
your guys' humor.
But I guess we should close out. Like finish Last of Us. Like.
Do we have anything else to say? I don't know. I pretty much said my.
It's sold out everywhere. By the way.
Is it? You can't get it anywhere?
I told friends at my work to buy it, and they went and looked, and they can't find it anywhere.
Mm-hmm. That was kind of like when I was trying to find Mirror's Edge. Not really the same, because I tried to find Mirror's Edge a long time ago.
It sold
after it came out.
Just under 4 million, I think, in 2 or 3 weeks.
That's really good for a PS3 exclusive.
Yeah. And then they were comparing it to Tomb Raider, which sold the same, and it was like a failure to them or something.
Yeah.
But that's multiple platforms.
Multi-platform and
so therefore
Ubisoft,
it'd be like half of that 1.5, you could say.
Was it not Ubisoft, but Square has like weird, has like skewed expectations for their game, and they put too much money into
What about Spec Ops: The Line? Did you beat that game or no?
I've halfway through.
Oh, have you heard Colin
he likes one of his favorite.
Yeah, it's his most underrated game ever. Like I want to play it now.
The demo was pretty sweet.
The demo was awesome. I played the demo.
It's on PSN Plus.
Yeah, no, I had it. I just don't want to download it. It's like 5 gigs or whatever, right? So
I downloaded Battlefield 3. I had to delete so many things.
Crazy how that's free.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Ridiculous. It's free on PlayStation Plus.
I downloaded.
It's good to just put it in there so you don't have to. Because if you want to play it, say we played all the time, just always.
That's what I did. I traded in my hard copy.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna get Battlefield 4 in a couple months.
Did you trade in all 15 games yet or no?
I
think the promotion's done.
I only had enough to get $100 off.
Oh, okay.
So when I got $100 off.
Is it sold out in Canada, GameStop, or what's
No, it's not. No, I don't think so.
Someone at work pre-ordered at Best Buy. He said.
No, I mean, if I don't get it from there, I'll be like, fuck you.
Did you pre-order it or no?
Yeah, I pre-ordered it.
At GameStop.
At GameStop.
For $2.99.
Well, yes, $3.99 with $100 off, and then so I'm gonna buy.
You get. You'll still have PlayStation Plus by that time too, probably.
Yeah,
right?
I just renewed it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
$50.
$50. I thought it was $60, and I'm thinking like $50. This is the best deal.
It's $49.99 plus tax, so it comes up to like $53 or something.
No, either way, that's the best deal ever.
Well, they just announced Saints Row the Third is free, and Battlefield 3 is free, and Uncharted
the
multiplayer is free.
The single player.
Oh, single player is free. And the multiplayer is free to play too.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Well, then there you go.
That's why I started playing it too.
You don't even you never need to buy a new game.
Yeah.
And
when PS4 comes out, you get Drive Club, the new racing game from the new studio. I don't know if they're new, but.
Oh, it's definitely.
Well, they're from. They did other stuff before. I
don't know if they did racing before.
No, they didn't do racing before.
I downloaded the GT Gran Turismo 6
demo.
Or is it 5?
5.
No, it's 6.
Whatever the newest one is. Yeah.
Graphics didn't seem that crazier, but
Drive Club not Drive Club, but just driving games they all have the similar.
But I just assumed because they've been working, Polyphony hasn't done anything since GTA or GT5.
Yeah.
But I mean, people are fans of the game. Obviously,
people love that game.
The controls are probably pretty sick to them, and
it's the pure racing sim that they like. It's like this is what if I wanted.
I just wish it was kind of a long.
It's like if I could race my Civic, this is what it would be like, kind of thing. It's like
no, you're playing you can't just press the gas the whole time and turn. You won't be able to turn
no.
Mm-hmm. So that stuff's cool.
That's for me. Like I traded in Shift. That was my Need for Speed Shift.
Shift 2 was like free on PlayStation Plus as well, which came out and no one bought. So.
Yeah, no one bought that.
But Need for Speed's huge, right? That's a Need for Speed game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Need for Speed Shift. There's
they have a lot of variations.
Yeah. They've had like 25 versions of Need for Speed that have come out since they first launched Need for Speed.
One of the Cops is the best.
Hot Pursuit,
and yeah.
I remember
the GameCube.
When I was loving Need for Speed, it was on the GameCube. It was like
on Xbox and PS2 as well, but we played on the.
Yeah, it was like Carbon and Hot Pursuit and Hot Pursuit.
That was
2.
later on. That was like Wii as well.
Yeah, that for me that was having the most fun. It was just like street races, and you can get the cops to chase you, and then the sweet soundtrack would kick in.
Hot Pursuit or Most Wanted, one of them, the first new ones, they had the online system with friends and which I didn't really experience, but apparently it was super cool. Like, it kept all the records, and everyone was like addicted to it to beat your own friends and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
Well, there was that
Autolog. It was called.
Wasn't it? Well, Autolog is on. Autolog has been around like.
Yeah, but
Shift had Autolog.
Yeah, but they revamped it. It was really well done.
There's that. What was it? Is it a Need for Speed game that they were showing off for the next gen? Like where it was across all of like the United States.
I don't know what the
tagline is.
The name of it is. Yeah. Need for Speed something.
Anyway, I'm excited. Like PS3, I've already like I said, already pre-ordered it. I'm gonna get Battlefield.
PS4.
Oh, sorry, yeah, PS4.
How many games did you trade in again? 5?
I don't remember how many now. But I traded in more than that, and ended up getting.
Which good ones?
Which good ones?
Yeah.
Battlefield 3, a couple other ones that I had.
Probably.
Yeah, L.A. Noire. I did trade
Red
it out.
Dead?
Oh wait, no, I might have kept L.A. Noire. And I also kept Red Dead. I kept some of the things that I was like nostalgic about because Red Dead is one of my favorite games.
I just want to keep them because I think the PS3 is gonna live
longer,
like in cohesion with the PS4 for a while.
There was games that are coming up for the PS2 until last year.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, and there's gonna be downspots for the PS4.
Well, here's the thing: I'm
gonna catch up on the PS3. Games.
I already know that I have to keep my PS3 out because NHL is not having a next gen version until next year.
Really? Are you sure about that?
Positive.
I saw the video and all that stuff.
Yeah, the videos.
Fighting.
This is all current gen. So they're not gonna have one until next year. Maybe not even the year after. Which I would be surprised if that was the case. But for sure, only PS3 and Xbox 360 next year. So I'm gonna get that, and that's my only sports game that I get year in year out. And I don't really care about Madden, which is gonna launch with it, and UFC and FIFA. I mean, people love FIFA.
I kind of want to get FIFA. I like soccer.
FIFA's a fun game, man.
It's got the new Ignite engine. But yeah, so my launch titles I'm gonna get is gonna be just Battlefield 4, and that'll keep me busy for a long time. Watch Dogs probably too, but I may just get the one.
GTA comes out.
It's also current gen.
I know for current gen. Yeah. So you'd be playing that.
Well, we didn't talk about the trailer, but it looks so good. That's another one of those next gen games that we have now.
Yeah. Well, it's the end of the console cycle, so I think it should be pretty pristine.
You talk about studios that are just do such an amazing job. Like Rockstar and Naughty Dog are just next level. Rockstar apparently is really shitty to work at. They just treat their they work their employees to the bone and
really?
Yeah, apparently it's not very good to work there. Naughty Dog, everyone loves working there, but Rockstar, they make such good games, but they apparently treat their employees like shit.
Naughty Dog, they're so open. We know. I feel like I know most of the people that work there.
It amazes me how you can make such a huge game on one Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Two Xbox.
Dan said you're saying this might be the first GTA.
It'll probably be the first Grand Theft Auto.
I think on Xbox it's 3 discs. I think or something like that. One on Xbox.
Oh, it probably will be.
I think 1 disc is a mandatory install,
and then 2 are just if you want to go from one side to the other.
I'm buying it only because of the tennis and golf, though.
Oh yeah, it's because tennis and golf are full-fledged games in there. I wonder how many golf courses they have in the world. There's probably at least 3, right? You can drive to a different one.
I can't wait to see what Rocksteady does for the next gen.
Well, they're for sure working on an Arkham game. Or Justice League game.
I hope it's Justice League game. Just come out in time for the movie or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Not even
just work on it for another 2 years. I don't care.
I just remember thinking remember when Arkham Asylum came out? It was around the same time as Dark Knight. And none of us really even understood. We didn't buy it right away.
No, we didn't really care.
Yeah, we didn't know and we didn't care. It was just another Batman game.
Then we got heavily back into comics or whatever.
And then we played it and we're like, man, this is the best game ever. And then we were so excited for Arkham City, and then it like met every expectation.
It exceeded every expectation. Yeah. I have no complaints about that game.
Like just like
none.
The only thing I'm worried about with this Origins is the voice act. Like I know that the guy who's doing the Joker is really good, Troy Baker.
Yeah.
Who did Joel, and he did the guy from Booker from BioShock, and he's like he's just so busy now, and he's so good. But the guy who's voicing Batman, who we're gonna hear more than anyone else's voice probably, is what I'm worried about because I still love Kevin Conroy's voice.
Yeah.
Well, of course, but I'm not too worried about it.
Speaking of Batman, I watched the new Batman series, Beware the Batman.
Yeah.
I reviewed it, by the way. If you guys check it out on the website. I'm gonna start. I'm reviewing 2 shows now: TMNT and Batman and Beware the Batman. It's good. It's a little weird. Alfred's kind of like he's a badass. He's got like a really strong voice, and it's like it's very. You kind of twist what you would expect from that kind of relationship. I don't know. I'm willing to watch more.
They did that with Jeff Johns' Batman Year One.
Yeah, he looks like
he was like a war veteran.
He's very similar. Apparently, in this, he's an ex-MI6 agent.
Okay.
So, I mean, he's always been like a field medic and stuff like that. But like, this is taking me to the next level.
Yeah, it's way cooler.
Yeah. Like at one point in the series, like he's like Bruce Wayne's just sleeping, and Alfred like puts on a mask and like attacks him in his bed, and he's like. And he has to take him down. He's like, I'm disappointed in you, Bruce. You should have taken me down in 3 moves. It took you 5 or whatever. And it's like, and that's if I hadn't missed on like the first strike on the bed or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's like, he gets Katana is going to be involved in it, which is she's kind of weird. She's in Justice League of America. She talks to her sword, like her sword talks.
She has her own comic too now, I think.
Yeah, but let's hope she doesn't talk to her sword in the show. That's all I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else we want to talk about?
That's all you got on your list?
Well, we had the Mad Max trailer. There's a trailer that came out for it today.
Whatever, I didn't see it.
Looked kind of cool. It doesn't look like Mel Gibson.
It doesn't have to.
But they changed the voice to an Aussie accent, apparently.
Is it?
Because the fans didn't want it to not be that.
They didn't want it to not be Australian?
Yeah.
Why is that such a big deal?
Just is, like, that's his roots or something? We didn't talk about Injustice, did we?
Nope, the new skins.
The Jon Stewart skin for Green Lantern, and then the new character, Martian Manhunter.
Well, no, and we also new character came out since we.
And Zod came out too.
Yeah.
And the Zod, like the comic Zod, not the movie Zod.
Yeah, but I'm sure they'll have a movie.
They have a Man of Steel skin for Superman, so I assume they'll put a Man of Steel skin.
Is it a sweet skin?
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Does it look
Remember
like
how we wanted it?
A little bit, but like it's the cool, like very texturized,
Yeah, like we wanted to have it, and they actually did it.
That's cool.
Superman has like seriously like 10 different skins right now.
Yeah, he did a lot.
Superman and Batman have the most. Green Lantern.
What kind of skins does Batman have?
No, but Batman
has like Batman Beyond, Flashpoint, Blackest Night.
Yeah.
The Beyond one is awesome. Yeah.
And then it'd be cool to see if they got Guy Gardner for Green Lantern and Kyle Rayner.
I don't know if they're gonna go that far.
I know, but just throw them on there. Why not? But the thing is, Jon Stewart makes sense because they have that guy who voices Aquaman.
Yeah, he's the same voice. Yeah.
He voiced him in the cartoon, so it's the Jon Stewart from the cartoon.
Yeah.
Which is sweet.
Fully charged. What else was it? Actually reminded me of something. No, it's gone. It's gone.
The only thing that's kind of like that is Smash Bros.
Clones?
Like Smash Bros. Characters and stuff like that?
What else was announced? Something else was announced?
More.
Oh, you mean like clones in the game? Or?
No, in Smash Bros? Yeah. What are you talking about?
What are you bringing up with Smash Bros?
New Smash Bros. Characters that they announced. We talked about Wii Fit Trainer and Mega Man.
Oh, they didn't announce anyone, did they?
Oh, well, they Villager.
Oh, that's.
I thought there was more. I don't know.
No. That's it.
There's no one new.
No one new. They talked about different moves. Like they showed like different pictures. Like the Wii Fit Trainer was doing the sun salutation, and it was like giant like yellow orb thing attack, and that was kind of cool.
And the Evo like fighting tournament's on there.
Yeah,
playing Melee right now.
And there's that big controversy about Nintendo like saying that they didn't want them to stream it, and then like this like an hour later saying it was okay.
So recently, if the fans don't like something, like, they're pretty much being heard.
Yeah.
And the things are changing. I guess we didn't talk about any of the Xbox stuff, which is pretty huge.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, actually. They did the whole reversal. The flipperoo.
Yep.
180, the 180.
The Xbox 180.
And then Don Matrick left.
Yeah, Don Matrick left as the head of the Xbox. And then Microsoft did a whole reorg. And then the girl who's in charge of
a bunch of like technical names now.
Yeah, well, they have a bunch. They have like a one is called like the evangelism group, which I think is kind of funny. Their job is to literally, it's like their marketing and evangelism. They just do marketing and just make everyone like Microsoft. And anyways, so the girl who was in charge of Windows is now in charge of hardware at Microsoft, and which is part of obviously Xbox is involved in that.
And she's not very like a gaming person.
No, she's not really like
just
really
kind of a weird decision, but it's not meant to be like a gaming hardcore like entertainment person.
She's in charge of like everything, like the slates and like the phones and all that stuff.
It's a different kind of role than what Don Matrick had or whatever.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, Don Matrick went over to Zynga, which I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't think that company is doing very well right now. They had those big hits with
Word with Friends.
Word with Friends and Draw Something, and those are all Zynga games.
But reinvigorated.
But people don't like they play them. It's like a splash. Like people play it for like a month and then it's over. You know.
But maybe he has a thing that will change that. Yeah. And then there's like fans petition to get all the stuff
to
back.
Make it go back. It's like make up your mind. Well,
because they said they promised them things that would this whole DRM and internet connecting thing
would
enhance the experience, like we talked a long time ago about, and they want that stuff back.
But like people were saying that they were like what they really wanted was like the family sharing and all that kind of stuff. And actually, the PS4 apparently is going to be able to allow you to play your games from any console.
Yeah, like you can still like on PS4 you can play with someone online, and then you can give them control over your game. They can play like if you two are playing God of War, he can't beat someone. You can watch him like as it's going, and he can give you control from it. And you can go from your house and play the level for him.
Well, they've already been talking about how they wanted you to be able to like say buy a game and start playing right away.
Yeah,
and so start streaming the game and downloading it in the background.
Yeah, that's gonna happen for sure.
And
everything's background now. Everything you buy or download is all background.
Sony has confirmed that players will be able to access their PlayStation 4 game library by logging into your account from any console.
Yeah, and then you stream it from wherever you are.
Yeah. So I mean, I think
all the complaints about the firmware updates and all that stuff, it's gone out the window. But no one seems to know that though. Like I've seen YouTube videos where like people just bought a PS3 and like if this is what the PS4 is going to be like, I'm not buying a PS.
Because they didn't sell one firmware update. Like
because they don't know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah. People are getting so excited.
People are definitely dumb, especially in the States. Like the YouTube videos I've seen.
People don't know. I mean, we don't know everything either. I'm not going to pretend like we do.
But that's what they've been promising for a while, and that's going to happen. Like that's. So.
It's interesting that Xbox did that flip. Now it's like
they had to.
They were going off in such completely different directions, and now they're like
they had to. There was no pre-orders for it. The people spoke with their wallet for once, and they heard, so they changed it. But it made them look like idiots, kind of changing it. But they had to, so. Yeah. You can't be mad they changed it. Xbox fans.
I was never mad.
Everyone should be happy that we don't have any of these DRM things that's in our industry now.
Why? Because here's the thing. It's gonna happen. The next consoles after these aren't gonna have discs. It's just gonna be download.
Yeah. But then, like the Xbox promise is that you were able to sell.
You were able to sell your digital game,
which is cool. That's what people are petitioning for to have back, and that will happen later on.
Yeah, it's too soon.
There probably won't be fees and stuff right now. You can just sell your stuff. It'll just be a little lower cost.
I'm fine with that. I mean, if anyone uses Steam has sales on the PC of like you can buy games for like $2, $3. And some of those games are like really good. So stuff like PlayStation Plus, if that kind of stuff keeps growing, like those are great, like deals. Like that makes sense.
But apparently PC games are not selling well too right now. Like they're not.
Well, here's the thing. Like if you want like a top end PC, that's several $1,000s.
Yeah, it's expensive.
So
there's all these people complaining about how it's so much better than the current gen and next gen. It's like obviously
that's fine.
Because you just paid for it.
But I would love to. I don't want to pay $3,000.
Exactly. That's why these game companies are saying it's the best there is, because that's what the market is.
It's it's the best there is at $400.
Yeah, for everyone to have and to mass produce it. That's what you get.
You still get better if you bought a PC for $400. You're still gonna get not as quite as you would as you got your console for $400, because they are able to mass produce it and make more. But the fact is, I would rather play games that maybe be slightly less quality, like visual quality.
It's like buying a Mac and you get it out of the box and you use it right away. Too. It's all there.
I like to be able to play games on my television. I don't want.
It just bothers me when PC people complain on YouTube and stuff or whatever.
Oh, they think
like you just paid $1,000 and you put lots of work into it. That's why it's better.
Put lots of work into it, and they feel more attached because of all the stuff they have to do. Like they have to build their own computer, or they have to deal with so much things like drivers, and all those things make make it harder. So when it actually works and does things properly, it makes it like more satisfying.
Yeah, it makes it a better experience too. The games obviously run better and you can do more things. Cool, but that's not what everyone's gonna do.
Yeah, like I have my iPad for surfing the web, and I have my computer, the laptop for recording this podcast, and my console for playing games. I think that's how I like it. I mean, late in the future, I might want something more as like an all-in-one, but right now I don't need it that way.
Yeah.
So I think we kind of talked out because we've been off for so long, but we'll see you guys next week, Comic-Con. So there's gonna be lots of news. I'm excited about the Marvel stuff. I'm excited about whatever everyone has to announce. Like there's gonna be Batman stuff. There's gonna be like Marvel stuff. Like I'm excited. So
lots of stuff.
Yeah, I mean more than we can even think about right now. So we'll see you guys next week. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.